music with John Breslin. Highland Radio.
This is Around the Northwest for this Friday afternoon. Now, how does a man from Germany end up in Donegal after a lifetime working in IT making delicious chocolates? Well, we're going to find out because Axel Pollock, aka the Donegal Chocolate Man, joins us now. Axel, hi, how are you? Good afternoon.
Hi, happy Friday afternoon, John.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Good. I saw some sun earlier today, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, has been spotted, a lesser spotted sun. And now, it's an unusual story, a great one, mind you, from Germany, living in Donegal and producing chocolates in Donegal. So, explain, how did it come about?
Right. I should, first of all, blame my English teacher in school in the late 70s. She did half a year on the troubles in the north that got me interested in Ireland. So I had to come here. Ended up in Donegal last and thought, oh, this is nice. That was 1980, long time ago.
Yeah.
So then later on, I had a friend, a German friend who was in a school somewhere in Mullingar, visited him, dragged my girlfriend over, said, oh, Ireland, mild climate is really nice. Don't pack any pullovers around Easter. Yeah, Ben Balbin was covered in snow. That didn't land so well. Still, she decided to come with me, or we both decided our boys should go to school here. So in 96, I think we came over to Dunfanaghy, and the boys went to Ballymore National School for a couple of years. It was great. And then I got the calling to Amsterdam to work there in the internet field again. And that's where I, in a way, got stuck for 20 odd years until 2019, when I said, 20 years is enough of that, and let's do something new. I came back from, I know, in Canada, ended up in Holland again, because we have a house in Holland still. And my wife was already in Ireland. She says, when are you coming? When are you coming? I don't know. I can't make any plans because no ferries, no planes. We have a pandemic going, whatever. So I joined her later, went to Ballymaloe, like for the 3-month cooking course. Yes. And the last week they did a bit of chocolate tempering, which was, interesting, but not really my thing. Took another year or so until I fell into it, and too much YouTubing, too much Netflixing. And said, oh, this is how you make a working hinge out of chocolate, like for a little jewel case. And also they're pretty. I want to make them too. And I tried at home. Ordered the stuff, the molds and the colored cacao butter and like 10-kilo bags of chocolate, and just started playing. And the family found it great. After 2 weeks, it said enough, and I had to find another outlet for all the chocolate.
Okay.
That's when I thought try country markets in Dunfanaghy, which we set up together in the 90s.
So at that stage, your family had enough chocolate and said, no more, we can't handle any more. So you decided then, well, you're going to package them and sell them.
Exactly. That's sort of the short of it.
Up to 2019, and when you went to Cork for the short course, had you had any cooking experience? Had you worked in any restaurants or hotels or anything like that, or any training?
Not at all. Well, I cooked, of course, at home. We always did sort of home cooking, was fun. My son went to Ballymaloe once, and he's a chef in Amsterdam. And I was looking through their curriculum and said, oh, that'll be fun. Oh, darn, it's for him. It's not for me. And I always wanted to go. Just had to wait a couple of years until the end of that experience, and yay!
So it was at the end of it that when we were doing a bit on chocolate that you really sort of sat up and took notice.
Yeah, so the high pressure restaurant chef is not for me. I'm a bit too old for that, and no. And it took a couple of years actually for my brain to settle that. Chocolate, not me alone in my kitchen, sort of artisanal small batch chocolate. That is nice. I've had enough managers and stuff under me for too long, and now it's just me in the kitchen. I'm sitting in Carrickeel Community Center, the old school community center. I was looking, where could I go for a sort of semi-professional kitchen? Can't do that at home with a dog, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm very happy that I found them. I'm renting out the kitchen there on a daily or weekly basis by now, more or less. Right. And it's just perfect. 2 people in the kitchen, it's full. It's just me there.
And a great location down in Carrickeel.
Yep.
So, what sort of chocolates? Bonbons, is that correct?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, that's correct. It's a little bit weird because as a German, bonbons are any sort of hard candies.
Yeah.
But apparently in patisserie, the chocolate bonbon is the thing that has the hard chocolate shell and looks pretty. So it's very shiny and nice designs, and it's filled with anything. Could be whiskey ganache, could be fruity things, could be just chocolate ganache.
Yeah.
And so I basically make them in the molds. Did some lime this morning, spray painted the mold, put the chocolate in, let it run out again, and you have the shell, the hard shell.
Yes.
And then I fill that with the ganache, and then I run over later and close them and unmold them, and then I can sell them at the market tomorrow.
Is it? I mean, you make it sound very simple, but I'm sure there's a lot more to it than that. I mean, it took you a while to get to this point.
It's fun. Yeah, of course, there's lots of trial and error, and sometimes the chocolates didn't come out well, or would leave the wonderful design in the mold, and out came the naked chocolates. Like, oh, damn. So it takes a while to get everything right. You have to temper the chocolate. The temperature can't vary too much. Then it has to bond with the design and thing. But it's not that difficult if you get the technique right. And then it's just painting the little designs into the molds if you don't spray paint.
Yes.
And that can take a lot of time, but it's great.
And do you have to be a little bit artistic to carry it off correctly, or is that easy enough to learn, or are the designs very important?
I think designs are important because these kinds of chocolates sell by their prettiness, right? And I designed some things, some I stole off the internet as you can. Some of them are easy to make. Some of them is just with a little sponge, and then with a toothbrush and splattering, and I call it pollocking, like Jackson Pollock, like the big just splatter the color butter all over the kitchen and hit some chocolate molds as well. My wife threw me out of the kitchen because of the mess.
Well, it's all to good effect. And is it almost like baking, that you're just never quite sure how they're going to come out, or how they're going to be produced when you open up the casing or whatever?
Yes, basically it's about the design. So the ganaches are all fine, and the cases, but the design is a thing. You paint in reverse, outer layer first and inner layer last. So the background. And I've had some designs as, this doesn't look as pretty as I thought, and I just go through with it anyway and unmold them like a day later. I said, oh, this is actually pretty. Okay. So I'm doing all sorts of designs. I try to standardize a little bit and get my gift boxes reliably the same and out onto the market. I'm also thinking of doing bespoke designs, like your company colors or fillings. I might have a first. I can't really say, but Iggy and Frida, the border collies of calendar fame.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. You know them. It's Iggy's birthday on Sunday, and I may or may not do a special design for her and for Frida too.
Okay.
But don't tell them yet.
Okay. Your secret's safe with me.
So these kinds of things, it's fun. You don't have to be an artist. You can do it. You can do simple things. But if you have the really, really pretty ones, that's what really gets me. Oh, I want to make that too, and I wonder how I can figure it out.
Yeah, because we decide first with our eyes. We have to, if we like what we see, then we're attracted to it. And you're so obviously you're experimenting all the time.
I am, and that's a bit of a bummer because I want to get my standard product out, right? Yes. But then I want to make that design and that design. I've seen very nice eye-looking designs for the chocolate. I want to try that out, but then it eats time, and sometimes it doesn't turn out well, and then I have to eat it again myself or my wife, and then she shouts at me.
Your family and friends must love you because there's all the ones that sort of don't make the cut. They have to go somewhere.
They have to go somewhere. Yep, that's true. Yeah. The neighbors again.
And you sell them at the market in Dunfanaghy, and also there's other outlets as well. There's a couple here in Letterkenny, Natural Way and Amelia's, and then down at the Blue Goat in Ramelton and Simple Simons in Donegal Town. And you're experimenting as well with like a whiskey filling, so they may be sold where down at the Sleeve League Distillery.
Yes, absolutely. I delivered the last set there to the distillery itself and showed them tomorrow, all trembling because I didn't know whether they would be up to their expectations. Designs were sort of based on the color scheme of the labels on the bottles. I thought they tasted quite well, but Moira was really happy. And I, of course, was taken by her gin. And that actually comes through the chocolate. And so that's a good thing.
Brilliant. Since you've started it and things have rolled on and you've moved to a production house there in Kerry-Keel, have you been surprised by the pace of it, or are you just happy with the way it's going from stage to stage, level to level?
I'm happy with the pace it takes. It took I only properly started last year, right? So I took the market because it was my market for old time's sake. And what I really like at the market is people look you in the face and you see them eating the tasters and go, oh, I don't like that, or I do. So that's a good thing. But it's relatively slow. Last year was sort of getting used to the process and getting into Amelia's and Blue Goat. This year I started fiddling with Facebook, and last year I already told my Facebook friends, hey, I don't know how to ship chocolate around the world. Shall we try it? You get a rebate. And if they arrive at Chocolate Soup in Sydney, then you don't have to pay for that. Or I'd send you new stuff. I have a repeat customer, an old colleague in Las Vegas, and he orders like a pile of boxes
and
eats them.
They arrive fine in Vegas.
Not in summer, but it's desert, right? It's getting quite cold in winter time, so that's safe. Okay. Australia, the Caribbean, that's always a bit of a problem. Yeah. But around Ireland, it's fine. And so I see as I do the Facebook thing that word is getting around. I mean, we are here, right? So word is getting around. That's exciting. I'm still a little bit hesitant about overcommitting. Like I go through a lot of gift shops and say, hey, chocolates, do you want them? I don't know how much they're gonna pay, how they're gonna sell. So if they sell really, really well, I have to make more and more and more. And I'm just a one-man little business. And I might, if it comes to that, I might grow a little bit, but I want to keep it small batch, artisanal, whatever the labels are. That's the best fun.
I understand. Well, if you're working in IT for, whatever it was, over 30 years, you don't want to maybe replace one pressure environment with another. So,
yes.
In the meantime, they look fantastic, and I wish you every success. And people can check you out on Facebook. Are you the Donegal Chocolate Man on Facebook?
I am, and the website is donegalchocolateman.ie, as it should be.
Brilliant. Well, listen,
thank you.
Not at all. Thank you for having a chat with us on the show, and we wish you every success.
Thanks a lot. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Axel. Bye.
Cheers.
There's never been a better time to go full Lidl. Let's hear it from our customers.
It's great value for money, and it's first and foremost.
Anyone that has a big family, they should be shopping in Lidl, without a doubt. Do you have a holiday at the end of the year?
Go on, go full Lidl today.
Enjoy the Cup of Tea Festival Ardra from Friday the 28th of April to Monday the 1st of May. Come along to the biggest little festival in Ireland as we honour the great Donna Harkin. Schools of music are a must for any aspiring musician. That's the Cup of Tea Festival Ardra, Maybank Holiday.